Okay, guys, I just want to show you some hero formation updates for Arena and also for your bear trap squads. So, just a quick look to Arena. To your defense squads and do the following. So, what we do is our Alonso is every time in the last position in the middle, in the second row. And what we do next is our Sergei is every time in the first line. And behind our Sergei, we put every time our Molly, that our Molly is protected. And what we do now is using our Flint. But it would be a mistake to put him in the first row. Put your Flint in the second row. Because when he goes to fight in the first row, he directly got the full damage of all heroes from the opponent side and can't use his weapon and his advantages. So put every time your Flint in the second row and put your Jesse in the first row. That your Flint is protected and that your Molly is protected by Sergei and by Jesse. So that's the most effective lineup for defense and attack also. And what you do in the fight is where you see the Sergei, you put out the two heroes, you change them, that Sergei is fighting against Sergei. And when you have on the opponent side no Sergei but Natalia, then every time choose your Jesse side to fight against the Natalia. Because when the bear is, for example, when the bear is here, for example, and you fight with Sergei against Natalia and have your Molly behind, when the bear tap down to earth, he frees Molly's buff, so she can't fire out her snow gun. So that's why you never fight with your Molly and Sergei side against the Natalia, every time with your Jesse and your Flint. That's the most effective. So this is what you can do for the defense lineup on your Arena. It's for sure it's the same on your exploration. Yeah, so do the same. So your Jesse, here you see it, is fighting against the bear, and your Flint comes behind. And your Molly can't get freeze when he is tapping down there. She can fire out her snow gun in this position, and your Sergei is against the Sergei. Yeah, so this is what you can do for the optimal lineup. And next is I want to show you your squads. So when you go to your squads, you can have a look here for bear trap, for example. So I prefer you that you I'm not sure how many flags you have now. If you have 5, 6, 7 or 8, I think most will have 6. So you can line up, for example, your first squad like this. I have chosen my Molly, my Flint and my Alonso that I have in my opening squad for my rally 3 SSR heroes. And I equalized my troops like this. I have 180k of marksmen, and from this 180k I give 56,000 marksmen in the opener squad and 33k and 33k of infantry and lancers. So I increased the number of marksmen for my opener squad, and I also increased my number of marksmen for my Jesse squad. And now I will show you something interesting, just that you can see that. When you have here, because we are speaking about Gina a lot, that she is from now more or less useless, except some rallies to save stamina. Yeah. I have 105,977 million of power with Gina inside. And Gina is my second strongest marksman. And my Bahiti is behind her. But have a look, when I put in Bahiti now, I have more power by using Bahiti in this squad than by using Gina. Did you see it? 106 million. And when I use Bahiti, I have 109 million. So that's what you can see in general, that your Gina from now is not longer from interest. And have a look, my Bahiti is on position number 8, 2 positions behind Gina with 737 K power, and my Gina is on 766, so it's not that big amount. And they have buff level 5 skills. No, he has also level 4 skills. On the right side he has level 5 here. But what you can see is that your Gina is not the best decision on your squads from now, so you have to change out probably your Gina against your Bahiti to push up the power level of the squad. So what I want to show you was that I have equalized my troops. So for example, I used on my starter squad 56k of marksmen. I increased the number of marksmen. And I have done same on my Jesse, because this two, the opener squad and the first support squad, this is bringing you the big points on bear trap. And then you have your supports: Philly, Yasa, and Zeoyun. And what I have done is I have calculate like this. So on my starter I have 56k, and on my Jesse I have also 56k. So I have 112k in total, and I have incomplete 179. And on my third squad I give in 33k. So I calculated 56 plus 56 plus 33, and the rest what I have I divided by 2 for Yasa and for Zeoyun. That's why they have 16k. And I have done the same for my infantry, and I have same for my Lancer. So I have here infantry and Lancer on first 3 squads on 33k, and for the last 2 squads I divided the rest, so 99,999, and then I have a rest of 60k I divided by 2 for Zeoyun and for Yasa. So you have to calculate from now. And what I prefer you, so this 5 flags are the flags for your bear trap, and what I prefer is that you set up a squad for attack. So we use Molly, Alonso, Flint, and we do a quote of 50, 20, 30. So oh, what's going on? 50, 20, 30. Okay, now that's your attack squad you should use, and I will save this one on flag number 6. And then you can set up on flag number 7, you can set up a defense squad, and for defense every time your Sergey is very good. What you can do is you can choose here Molly 2, or you can choose Jessie, or you can use Bahiti, for example. Don't use Gina. Then I have 109 million for my defense, but I can choose also for my Patrick, so I have also the health buff inside, and I can increase this by using my Alonso. So now I have the protection, now I have the health, and I have a strong marksman, and I increased the power level. What we do on from now is from level 10 squads, 60, 10, 30. So this is my defense flag from now. And then you can choose your flag number 8, for example, with a Patrick for castle. And this we do in the same quote, and we save it on 8. Okay, so now I have here my bear traps, and here I have my attack, here I have my defense, so I use this also for foundry. Yeah. And I have for my castle fight also my Patrick squad. So that's what we have to do to set up based on the new heroes, and take attention from now to your generation 2 heroes, especially to Alonso, Flint, and Philly. Try also to increase your Philly. Don't go for the generation 3 heroes, because these heroes are very difficult to handle. They have a buff they can use one time, but it's every time a lucky punch. He can use this buff or not. So what I do is I will overjump the generation 3 heroes incomplete, and I will definitely wait for the generation 4 heroes. So that's what I do from now, is just to max out my generation 2 heroes, all 3, Alonso, Flint, and Philly. So okay, then you have a small overview and can set up your squads.